Hey guys, it's your girl Tasha. I'm coming back in with another video. This is going to be an unboxing video. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is not your first time, thank you so much for coming back in. If you're interested in seeing what's in the box, hang in there. I'll be right back to get us started. Alrighty guys, thank you all so much for hanging in there. So let's get this thing going. What's in here, guys? Yay, awesome. First thing in the box, like it's the sock hoops. This is so exciting. And we'll have to learn how to use this together. Okay, so here are some screws. I had ordered some extra screws for where I removed my cap driver off. I stripped those out by mistake, so I got some more of those. And I'm not sure what this is, but we'll figure it out as we go. And the sock hoops here. All right, let's see what else is in here. Oh, look at there. It's so exciting. This is the 8-in-1, guys. Yeah. Let's do this. I like to get a measuring tape. Let me find a measuring tape so we can see how big these frames are. All right, guys. Let's see. I'll say 4 inches. And then like 2 inches. So 4 by 2. And I would just go from the inside of the frame, and that's about 4 inches there. So I'm gonna say 3 by 4. And this is about 6 inches. So 1 by 6. So this is roughly about 5 inches. 5 by, so I'll say 4 by 5. It's about 7 inches. So 5 by 7. So this is 6. So like 6 by 8 roughly. And this one here has like a curve in it. We have to find out the uses for the different hoops here. I'm gonna say 6 inches. I'm not sure if I measure down to the end here. So that's gonna be roughly 6 by 6. All right, so this looks like roughly 4 inches. By 11. I'm assuming that this goes with this, maybe. I'm not sure which way it needs to be facing, but we'll have to figure it out as we go. Very strong. The challenge is going to be seeing how to pull them apart. I want to show you all how I use the 8-in-1 magnetic hoops. I've actually been using them for about 1 month now, for the whole month of December. I like to use them to do beanies, so I just want to show you all how I go about using these for my shop. Okay, to start off, I'm going to use the 6 by 4 size hoop. They are very strong. So strong that I can't get it apart right now. Very, very strong. I'm used to seeing the mighty hoops, and whenever you put them together, they pretty much snap into place. But with these, they have no lip on them, so you pretty much have to slide it into place where you want it to be. When I first noticed that there was no lip on them, at first I was a little concerned because I didn't know how to go about lining them up. But after using them for about a month, I just figured out what worked for me. So I hope this is helpful for you all as well. To start off, I wanted to just go ahead and slide this apart. They're very strong magnets. Be careful with them because I did pinch myself with them one time. You pinch yourself with them one time, that's all it takes to know what to do the next time. But the way that I store it, I'll just put this on like that. They will stay together, but it's not the strong hold if it was turned the right way when you're like using them. Okay, so to start off, I want to go ahead and add my stabilizer on. Go ahead and take this and set this to the side. One more thing to point out, and those marks are from where I marked them myself, marking my center and marking the side here. But if you notice, this is where it connects to the bracket. There's a dip, and a dip is going down. So this lets you know it's the top of the frame. Gonna go ahead and use cutaway, and gonna use some painter's tape to hold it down. And again, this is just how I use it. But after you start to use them, just do what works for you. So here, just going to put a piece of tape just on the top here. And it's just to hold my stabilizer in place. Here, I'm just going to go ahead and mark my center. Use whatever method that works for you. So that's pretty much where my crosshair is. And then just to make sure that I have the design turned the right way on the machine, I always like to just write something like on a sticky. Writing the letters on a sticky like this, it lets me know which way I need to make sure my design is going. So I'll just go ahead and maybe just pin it on. So this will just be a reminder to let me know which way the design go, instead of getting to the machine and it's like, oh goodness, which way to go. So that's what that's for. Okay, next you want to flip the beanie inside out. Go ahead and grab my frame. Just slide it down in here. Being careful not to stretch the front of the beanie. And I'll just start off by sliding it all the way up. And then just trying to line my crosshairs up here. Okay, so now that I have my beanie on my hoop, then I'll go ahead and grab the top of the frame so I can go ahead and put that on. And I would just try to go at the top of it first, then just to make sure that I'm lining it up before it goes down on my beanie. Yeah, it's even up there. And then I'll just slowly lay it down. And you don't want to pull too much, but you just want to make sure it's smooth. And that's how I hoop it. Before going over to the machine, I want to go ahead and install this onto the bracket. This is the bracket that you'll be using on your machine. There's a knob here. It's just kind of loosened up there. Had some opening. You'll just take this and slide it in. And remember, right here, that's going down. You'll just tighten it up here. And don't over tighten it. Just make sure it's where it won't move around, but don't over tighten it because you don't want it up stripping it out. So now we're ready to go over to the machine. So I already have my design pulled up. I've already changed my colors to make sure everything reflects what I want to stitch out. But I want to go and choose the frame. So you want to hit this button down here, EMB. Since it's on green already, that's mean it's ready to stitch. So I want to take it off of embroidery mode. You want to hit the EMB button down here. And then it says embroidery mode on, press enter. Hit OK. To choose the frame, I'll choose the hat here. And then when I get to this screen, I'll choose other. And it says must uninstall cap driver for machine safety before selecting the enter button. Just hit OK because the cap driver is not on. And I'll just hit OK. I'll hit the edit button here to turn embroidery mode on. I want to turn embroidery mode on so I can check my stitch fill to make sure that it's not going to hit the frame. Embroidery mode on. Hit OK. Okay, and I don't have my frame on yet, but I always like to hit the set start feature. That's going to make the machine go around. It's trying to check the stitch. It's showing you where the stitch fill is going to be. And I always like to do that before I put my frame on, so it'll set everything in the middle before I go on with my frame, with my beanie on it. So going over to the machine, you're actually using your same brackets that's already set for like this size of frame. That's frame B. And all the frames smaller than B, that's where you want to set your brackets on your machine. So you'll just slide this into your arms the same way you would slide your other hoops on. You want to also make sure that the bottom of your beanie is underneath your arm so it does not stitch on itself. Next, I want to check my placement, and I'm going by the crosshairs here, and I'm just going to try and line up the machine or that needle. And the way that you do that, you'll use these buttons here, these arrow keys. That will help you move the machine over to your center point. And I like to just kind of press the needle down, see about where the placement is. And I'm just trying to line it up with the crosshairs that I marked with the pens a little earlier. It's almost about right. That's pretty much it. Next, I will hit the set start button again. That's gonna take you around the frame just to make sure that you're checking to make sure it's not gonna hit your frame. And I'm holding the needle down just to see about where it's gonna hit. So I have everything lined up. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and add my water solvent on top, and we're going to go ahead and get stitching. And I want to point out another thing. Remember when I marked the CH here? That's just showing me the direction that my design needs to go in. And it pretty much match up to the design. So we're good to go. I'll go ahead and remove that little sticky at this point. All right, guys, that is it. Just remove painter's tape off of there. And just slide that off. Unscrew this here to release it off of there. Then I'll just go ahead and flip it right side out. And then go ahead and cuff it. And there we go. I think it came up nice. What do you guys think? Drop it down in the comments. So far, I like being able to use them. It really helped me breeze through my beanie orders for Christmas holidays. Alrighty guys, thank you all so much for watching until the end. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on your notifications so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And until next time, bye for now, but see you in the next video. Bye bye.